hear us now.
Wait, let me start stream.
Do we have to restart over there?
Oh. Test 1 2. Can you guys hear us now?
Loud and clear. Okay, perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yay. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for your patience. Welcome to our stream on Monday, live here in Houston, Texas. Welcome, welcome. Episode 2 of 2024 live stream. Okay. How's everyone tonight? I'm doing well for you. For those who have already messaged me, thank you so much for your patience. And here we are, coming up 2 months away from Anime Matsuri 2024. It's going to be held August 8th through 11th at the George R. Brown Convention Center. If you haven't gotten your badges yet, please do so for the full weekend. We'd love to see you there. It's on animematsuri.com. We're going to come back to the George R. Brown Convention Center. It's going to be our 18th annual convention, but it's going to be our 10-year anniversary with the George R. Brown. Can you believe it? We've been permanently there. So how's everyone doing tonight? I hope you are well and rested. It's a Monday evening, guys, and I hope to see you on here chatting away during our stream. I'm Denise Lee, and this is Mr. John Lee.
Yes. Wait, you might want to move a little bit.
I'm okay.
Or should I turn the camera a little bit
No,
more?
that's fine.
Oh, there you go. How's that? Okay. Anyway, that's better. That's a lot better. Thanks, guys, for joining us. I hope you guys are doing fine. What's everyone up to tonight, anyway? What's going on? What's the deal? What are you guys up to?
Well, we've been very, very busy behind the scenes. Some awesome announcements on the way, especially today. We're going to discuss some things tonight with you guys and have a little surprise.
Yeah, let me just pull the chat up real quick.
Maybe just have to refresh this.
Yeah, it's coming up. Oh, there you go.
Just chillaxing. You know, which anime are you guys watching right now? There's a lot of new stuff going on. Our kids are watching over and over again some new stuff, but they love it.
Yeah.
San Antonio is in the house. Houston is in the house. I see some of our AM team members on here. Shout out to Lou, who's on here. Kay, Jason. I saw some people on here already. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And all the veterans that come to Anime Matsuri, welcome back. And for those who have not been to Anime Matsuri, you're in for a great treat this year.
I know. I know.
You know, we're one of the few events that are doing a lot of entertainment for you guys during the weekend of Anime Matsuri, or during the weekend of an anime convention in general. So I know there's all kinds of different guests at events. There's exhibitors, artists, there's programming, some really cool exhibitors and artists. However, we do it kind of big with entertainment. So like our concerts, for example, and all kinds of main events that we do on the big stages. So we have, we take over the whole George R. Brown Convention Center, and that's huge. 3 levels and the outside as well. So we're talking about nearly 2 million square feet of space that we cover during the whole weekend. And if you haven't booked your hotels yet, please do so on our animematsuri.com website under hotels, because we'd love to see you there all weekend. Even if it's just for one night booking, it really does help to book through our links on our website. So this way we can keep the prices and rates down for you in the future. We have also some awesome new stuff that we're going to add to those who are booking for through Anime Matsuri's link. So reservations are on our website, so please do so. Don't forget.
Yes. Did you guys see the announcement that we made earlier today for the premiere of Mecha Ude?
Mecha Ude, aka in English, mechanical arms.
Yes. Did you? So it's, and if you didn't see that announcement, it's on our social media and it's on the website. So if you go on, wait, let's pull this up real quick. Yeah. So if you go on the website here,
Under activities, I believe.
is it activities? All right. So under activities, there's premieres over here, and
Click on that.
so there's gonna be more premieres. This is just the first one we're announcing. So which is, if you click on premieres under activities, right, it's just this one. And if you click on that,
That's some inside
uh,
info right there. Just there's gonna be more than one.
yeah, it brings you to this page right here. So essentially, we were talking about this a little bit the other day, right? And this is a premiere for a new show. So essentially, this particular show will debut worldwide in October. I think in Japan, and possibly it'll be on Crunchyroll. But I'm not sure. But I know for sure it's in October. That's coming. So the Anime Matsuri attendees will have the opportunity to watch the first 2 episodes of the season. It's an entire season that's debuting in October at Anime Matsuri. So this is what the idea is with premiere. So if you go, this is the first of more. So there's gonna be more than one. I'm not sure exactly how many. Well, I don't know for now, but
Well, he's been working on a few things, but for sure at least 2.
well, yeah, there'll be more than one. And this will be a screening. It's so the screening is limited, and you need to RSVP. So if you go down here, that's the trailer. If you go down here, this is where you RSVP for it. It's free to RSVP, but obviously the reason for doing it this way is because, it's not, we don't have an unlimited amount of seats. So
Actually, there's gonna be I'm gonna tell you guys this tonight, which is the first 1,000 that actually not RSVP but actually attend the premiere. So the first 1,000 that goes to the premiere at Anime Matsuri will be getting something from Pony Canyon, the studio, for Mecha Ude. So that's really, really awesome. So you guys should RSVP so that we can actually make sure that your interest is there. However, make sure you go to the premiere at Anime Matsuri. So you must have an Anime Matsuri badge, obviously. It's not any additional cost to you other than the badge. But you do need to attend in order to get a gift from Pony Canyon for this premiere.
yes, correct. Now this is not. We don't do premieres often. As a matter of fact, I don't think we've ever done one before. Certainly not one on this scale. This is like a global premiere. I know that Pony Canyon has screened episode 1 before, but episode 2 has never been screened before. So this is a global premiere. This will be the first time that people will see this worldwide. Now, Pony Canyon has been promoting this show for quite a while. Actually, they just barely finished making the season, and I know this has been going on for at least 4 years. Specifically, this particular show, I think if you look at the first trailer, I think that was about, probably, if I'm not mistaken, about 4 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, and so wait, let me go back to let me go back to this real quick. Okay.
I'll be answering your question in just a moment.
Yeah, so all of the information is here, right? And you can read about it, and you can see. And as a matter of fact, we have 2 special guests They haven't been added to our guest lists just yet. They will this week, which is Aso Shuichi, who's a producer, and Okamoto, who's the director of the show. They'll both be there, and they'll
pretty awesome.
yeah. So after the screening, the way the format will be, we'll have the screening, everybody will watch that, and then you'll have the opportunity to ask them questions from the show, or from their works after that. So we reserve the specific amount of time for Q&A.
And there might be even photo ops.
Yes, correct. There might be autographs and
photo ops.
Yeah, and photo ops. So this is like a pretty special engagement.
Very.
I know they said they'll, as Denise mentioned earlier, the first, I don't know, I think it's like 1,000 people or so, will get something. We'll get a gift. We're not sure what that is.
We'll let you know if we know
when we find out. But this is pretty special. It's special, and things like this don't happen that often. And we've always wanted to do premieres. If so, let me ask you guys something. Let me go back to 2016, Anime Matsuri 2016. Studio Trigger. I'm sure some of you know what that is. That's a big studio in Japan, right? They make Kill la Kill and
Little Witch Academia.
What's the new one called? Is it Cyber Runners?
Cyberpunk.
No, Cyber Runners. So, anyway,
I don't remember.
They when they came to Anime Matsuri in 2016, they hosted a Q&A panel, and in that panel, there you go, Cyber Edge Runners, Cyberpunk. It's not Cyberpunk. Well, it's based on Cyberpunk.
It is based on Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyber Edge Runners. Okay, so when Trigger came to Anime Matsuri, they hosted a Q&A. And in that Q&A, after, I remember having dinner with them after that Q&A, and we were just discussing. And I asked them, so how did it go? And their answer was, they said it was just, it's very different from what they expected. So I said, well, what did you expect? And they said, well, they did the exact same panel in California. Right? And in California, the way it went, so they had about 45 minutes, right, for the panel, and most of the time of the panel was
engaging with the fans.
Well, was set up for Q&A. Yeah. Like, people just kept asking questions. There was so many people wanting to ask questions. So, in other words, the fans were just, I guess that's what they wanted more, just to ask questions and more questions. Okay. Here, so in Houston, it was the other way around, right? The fans were, I guess they wanted more of a presentation. So people wanted to sit back and they wanted
information.
Yeah, the studio to tell them this is what we're working on. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. Like an entire they wanted the entire panel to be like a presentation.
So and very different.
The Q&A part was literally, they said, maybe like 2 or 3 questions, right? Versus, so it was the complete opposite of what it was in California. And, for a while, I tried to think about it and figure out, like why is that? And, maybe it just has to do with the fan base over here is, I guess, more laid back, and they just want more of a presentation, than they want to, engage and ask questions versus people in California. But anyway, I found it interesting. And if they wouldn't have told me this, I wouldn't have thought that the difference would have been that big between what they did over here. So in other words, they thought it was going to be like that. So they came here, they set up the panel with more time for Q&A, but then they realized that there weren't that many people asking questions. So they had to...
Okay, but the more important thing is, how is it going to be with Mecha Ude?
Well, so the question is this. So ever since that time, right, I've been wondering, and, I'm sure, Denise has been wondering this as well. Do you guys want to see, what is the interest of watching premieres for shows that you never heard of? Or maybe you heard of a little bit. Now, I can understand if it's a show like, we did the if some like One Piece or Dragon Ball or Demon Slayer, something popular everybody knows, I can understand that. But what about if it's something that isn't mainstream, something new, something that isn't talked about that much?
Do you guys follow those type of series or anime that is not exposed yet?
Yeah. Do you care? Do you want to see things like this? Or do you just want the popular stuff? Right? I know the popular stuff is a given, right? So that's why it's popular. But what about all the other things that are not so popular? Would you want to see that? Would you want to see, because most of these premieres that we're setting up are new shows. And when I say new, a global premiere is global, so it hasn't come out anywhere, not even in Japan, which means a show like Mecha Ude hasn't even debuted in Japan yet. So there isn't that much conversation, which is what's so interesting. We're going to be the first ones to see it, and we get to sort of like start a conversation, or continue, engage, talk about what we like, what we don't like. I mean, of course they want to hear the feedback.
Yes.
But not everybody likes this kind of stuff. So we're curious. Do you guys like this kind of stuff? Do you want us to get more of this? Is this something that
interests you?
Yeah. Does this interest you? Let's read some of these. Let's see. Narrative anime and best opening list. Okay. The highlight lesser known things. Yeah. Okay.
First of all, I'm going to answer the first question that was asked by the acid-tongued conservative. Will there be seats for the entertainment? Actually, we've always had seats for any showings. If we're talking about like concert stuff, those are standing. But anything that you're watching, we do have seats for. So we've never had not have seats for them. So you're not going to be standing. This is absolutely something to watch and sit down to watch for, because there's 2 episodes that is going to be globally premiered.
Screened, yeah.
Screened.
Yeah, so it's a theater.
Yes.
So we are setting up a theater inside the convention for all the premieres and all the screenings. Essentially, that's what it is, right? And popcorn.
Sure.
Right. And to be honest, right, it takes a lot to bring these premieres here. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other premieres in Texas when it comes to anime.
This will be the first in Texas.
So it'll be the first one. So things like this are not, they're pretty rare. They're not common, and it takes a lot to put it together. Like, there's a lot of behind the scenes. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of
Definitely for Houston is the first anime premiere, global premiere.
Correct. So, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to put these things. So, of course, it makes sense if all of this work, if you guys at least have interest in this. I know some people do, but the question is how many people? Is it worth the work? Is I guess that's what we're asking. Because premieres like this, when we set it up, we can do it every year. As a matter of fact, this year, we just announced the first one, but there is more than one. So the announcements for the other ones will come pretty soon, right? And we hope to continue this trend in, next year and every year.
Yeah, for the future.
As long as there's interest from the fans.
Yes.
Right? And sometimes, right, people will say, well, what is this about? Or I don't know what this is about, or I'm gonna go watch it after I hear good things about it, right? Well, there's a few things. First of all, we're an anime convention, right? So here, besides all the cool things you get to do, now you can actually watch new anime, and you can decide for yourself. I mean, if you have an Anime Matsuri badge, it doesn't cost you anything to go to a premiere, and you can watch something before it debuts on worldwide on Crunchyroll. Some of these things will be U.S. premieres, some will be global premieres. And you get to watch it before everyone else. and then you get to decide if it's good or not,
Yeah.
right?
Big C's asking which day is it going to be. We are still working on that because depending on the schedule of our guests that come along with it as well, and other possible premieres that are happening at Anime Matsuri, we have to actually schedule it accordingly because we don't want anything to overlap the global premiere of this.
Yes, the reason why we haven't set the schedule yet for this is because, first of all, we have to we have to know for sure about how many people will attend each premiere, and also how many premieres they're going to be.
Yes, that's important.
Yeah. So when we figure out these two things, then we will we'll set the schedule.
Yeah.
And for someone that's asking, I think which floor will it take place? On the third floor.
Third floor.
Yeah, it'll be on the third floor.
Of the George R. Brown. The other thing is, there was a question about screening premiere. Da da da. Our opening ceremonies, by the way, is yes usually standing, but other conventions have done it standing as well. I know for sure Los Angeles does standing for opening ceremonies, so it's not just us guys, but definitely for premieres like this, it's going to be seated. So don't worry.
Well, yeah, like it'll be a theater.
Yeah.
We're making a theater for this premiere and other premieres. Okay, all right. So this is it. Just keep, just keep in touch, social media, and there'll be more announcements based on the premieres and everything that's coming up. Yeah, we definitely want you guys to engage with us and just be part of this. After all, this is done for you guys. It's your convention. All right. So next thing, let's talk about the cosplay. Specifically, two things: the cosplay contest and the cosplay influencer program that we have for this year. And I think the best way, let's bring Joey in. Let me.
Do we have to have a different link for her?
Would be this link. Okay. Hold on. Oh, what happened?
Because it had the time expired.
Oh, okay. So it should be.
That one. Okay.
Okay, when she comes in, just click. All right.
Thank you, Llewellyn. Yeah, you guys should RSVP, by the way. Yes.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Here.
Here we are.
Hi guys.
You might.
Hold on one sec. We're
You
gonna.
might need your.
Oh, mine. Let me put my. A
Okay.
little bit delayed.
Hey, Joey, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear. Does that have to go over?
Let's fix this real quick.
Hello? Can you guys see me?
Oops.
Everyone, please welcome The Filipina Latina are in the house here. Hold on one second.
Uh, huh, huh, huh. Yeah, yeah. 1 second. Let me fix this real quick. Oops. There we go.
There we go.
That's better.
We're good now. You can hear me. You can see me.
Yeah. Can you guys hear her? Can you guys hear Joey?
Hi, guys. Hope you guys are having a good night.
Go.
Mitsuri is in the house. Yes. Love Hashira.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Everyone can hear you. All right. Well.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. Perfect.
It's a lovely night here.
Right. 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 Okay. So, Joey, since you're here, let's talk cosplay.
Let's do it. I know a little bit about it, so.
You just know a little bit. I don't think so.
Well,
Oh,
everyone. Actually, let's make some introductions. All right. This
Yes.
is Joey. She works at the anime bar as a bartender. You know, she's a cosplayer. Right? Okay.
yes. Oh, yeah.
The Filipina Latina, right?
That's me. Yes. Thank you guys for having me on tonight.
Okay, so like, wait, how do you spell? Is Filipina is
The
the Filipina
THEFILIP.
Latina, like that, right?
That's right. Guys, follow her.
Okay, so
Not only she does cosplay skills, but she does have bartending skills. So I have to say that.
I do. Multi-talented.
And she's an amazing singer too. OMG.
So many talents. So many. Thank you.
all right, let's right. Okay, so our you know we have a cosplay influencer program, right? That we're working
Mhm.
with at the convention, right? So the idea is to promote local talent by giving local cosplayers the opportunity to come to the convention and set up a booth
Mhm.
and just basically be part of the show. So
Yeah.
on the website we have a link where anyone can apply, and if you go under like
Go to animematsuri.com under Get Involved.
get involved, there's a cosplay guest submissions, and I think as of now we have about 45
Wow.
submissions.
That's a lot of submissions already.
So what we want to do is yeah, so what we want to do is we want to support local talent by giving people a booth, 10 by 10 booth, a table, two
In our exhibit
chairs,
hall.
and two badges, right? That's the deal. And they can, you know, they can be part of our, you know, the cosplay area. Starting tomorrow, we're going to start sending out invitations. And that's the idea. The idea is to support local talent. What do you think
Yeah, I think.
of this
Oh,
idea?
I think it's amazing. I think especially as a cosplayer, I've only been doing it for about 2.5 years, and I think any cosplayer who is trying to do this, it's a wonderful opportunity. You know, a lot of people can't afford to get a booth like this, and the fact that you guys are trying to support the local talent, I think, is even more amazing because I know there's talent worldwide. So that's really awesome. I think that you guys doing this is it's great, and the fact that you have that many submissions is also really awesome. How I mean, how did you guys kind of like? What was your guys' process thinking about how to figure and pick? I mean, I'm assuming it's not just a numbers game, correct? Right? Um, but yeah, what made you come up with the idea to do this for cosplayers?
Well, I think the main thing was to create a community that actually supports local talent.
Well,
So,
yeah, most of most of our cosplay guests, usually are international, or they are just from the East Coast or West Coast, just somewhere
Mhm.
other than Houston. Houston has a lot of talent. I mean, that's obvious because you can see that from our cosplay contest. But as far as like guesting and just turning their hobby into any kind of business, like selling their prints or stuff like that, it that isn't that big here, and we hope to encourage that.
there's and sometimes it's not just about prints though. It's sometimes the cosplayer also tries to promote what they do as a craft, and they sell like styles of different wigs or props that they have created. So we wanted to encourage the artistic side of creating cosplay for the fans, and to encourage them to start as well, because it's an amazing skill, but also is a form of art that we always constantly promote at Anime Matsuri. And this is
Yeah.
a huge way of giving back to the community, to be able to offer space and the opportunity to come and meet the fans and have more followers as well.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that's I honestly like I commend you guys for that. And I'm sure whoever you guys end up calling is gonna they're definitely gonna appreciate the opportunity. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we hope so
Um,
too.
yeah, definitely. So with what on the tail end of what you were saying, Denise, why is it important like growing and supporting the community? Why is that so important for you guys?
Well,
Well, let me have answer. Go ahead, John.
so many years ago when the convention was smaller, the I guess the point of view of the community was a little different, because now as the convention is bigger and you have more companies coming here, it's important to have a like a bigger cosplay community. I'll give you an example. So, Twin Engine, which is one of the companies that would probably be showcasing a premiere this year, actually asked us,
Another insight.
yeah, do you, they asked, do you have any cosplayers that we can hire for our booth? And the, the show that they're going to be showcasing is also new. So, we're talking about like making new costumes, and just, I mean,
Giving an opportunity for cosplayers to work with big studios
yes, correct. That's right.
from Japan too. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So as the convention got bigger, more opportunities like this came about, and we hear this all the time. There's so many of companies, so many vendors that ask us all the time, "Hey, can we hire some cosplayers to work our booths here and there?" And it's great to have a community of people which we can pick from, and say, "Here, we can recommend cosplayers, to the companies." Obviously, this is business, and most of these positions are paid,
By the studio.
yeah, by the studios. But I still think we need to do our part in investing in the community to make it better and more professional.
That was the main thing that I was going to point out, is to create a community that has that to also give them opportunities for business, and to be able to do it in a professional way. So this is very important to us, as well as to Japan, who wants to come here more often, and it's a great opportunity for the cosplayers to showcase what they can do.
And
Yeah, I think that's really amazing. Yeah, for sure. Sorry.
yeah, no, it's all right. You can see, if you attend the cosplay contest, you'll see how talented cosplayers are. As a matter of fact, every year, I'm like, actually, I'm surprised by some of those entries, and some of the cosplayers I don't even know who they are. I've just maybe I've seen them for the first time at the cosplay contest, and not everybody's an expert at marketing. So sometimes you go on their Instagram or their social media, and they might have maybe like a couple hundred followers, but their work is actually phenomenal. So if we have the opportunity to showcase them better, I think it's just good for everyone. It's a win-win overall.
Yeah, I love that. I know you mentioned that Japan wants to come to the States more often.
Hmm.
From what you guys have seen in Japan, when it comes to the community, whether that be cosplay or anime overall, what are things that you wish you could kind of see transferred that you see in Japan, but maybe you're not quite seeing over here just yet?
Well, that's a good question. I think just the talent itself, the art itself, because it's so different here. People, I guess, interpret the cosplay, of course, the character, and they buy the products or sometimes the costume and then alter it. Whereas in Japan, they start everything fresh. They do
Wow.
most of it themselves, and also they work together a lot. The whole community supports each other. Like the whole cosplay community knows each other, and I think that was very important. And even if they can't be a character for something, they'll recommend somebody else to be that character or do this, because this person is great at this type of cosplay or this type of wig making or this type of prop making. So it's a lot of support for each other as well. So it's not just about trying to enhance themselves all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
I think
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah, and I also think that regardless of differences, here people like to do their own thing. Whenever you talk to people, people are always saying, I'm doing my own thing, I'm doing my own thing. So people here, I guess, do their own thing more than they actually work together, right? But working together
It's so important.
is so important because that's the only way you can achieve something bigger.
Great. Yeah.
Just coming together and work together for the common good, right? But I guess it's something that needs work over here because, like Jenny said, in Japan, there's so many people that actually work together, which is why their communities are so amazing.
And it's very tight knit, but at the same time, it's growing still all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with this opportunity that you guys are creating, I can see that fostering more of how you're saying the community actually working together. So I commend you guys for that.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
Well, it's not for us.
yeah,
It's mainly for the fans too, to be able to see this type of opportunity for them to see it in person at the convention, versus just looking through social media.
Yeah.
yeah, awesome. Well, thinking about all those things, if you can improve one thing about the community first, like if what would be the first step in doing that and maybe making those changes?
What would you say that is?
I think thinking of it for the future, versus just like what I mentioned earlier, just about you right now, investing in the future. So how you can do that is maybe supporting the local businesses and whatnot, but also supporting each other. So if there's a way for people to, I guess, talk more with each other in person.
That's what it is, though.
It is.
It's communication.
Yeah.
Communication is key. I would say for just
Instead-
more communication between everybody because
Positive communication,
that's
too.
lacking. That's lacking quite a bit. Yeah.
I think that's the main thing that I was trying to emphasize is like the positivity between interacting with each other. So it's not just like a facade. So it's not just about social media and saying, oh, you look cute or this. Instead of tearing each other down, bring it up, like encourage each other to do this. So I think that'd be something that the community can work on.
Well, let's ask you. You've been around. You know what the community is like. What do you think?
What do I think as far as what you guys are talking about, like the communication part?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I'm
if you could
definitely,
change
yeah.
something, right, what would be the first thing to change?
I do agree. I think if there was an easier way, because I think part of it too is like a generational thing. Um, it's a lot of people don't know how to have the conversations in person. So I think it is up to us or who are already existing in the community to feel more comfortable reaching out, as opposed to how you guys were saying it being a little bit of selfish or kind of gatekeeping, but really being more of like mentors to people who want to get into it. And I
Yes.
think places like Anime Matsuri are and you guys have this platform and this center and wanting it to be so um, community based. I think it's a great opportunity to do that. I think we just have to restart the conversation and remind ourselves to do that. And I agree. I think a lot of people are intimidated to start cosplaying. They think everything has to be perfect right away,
Right.
or that they have to spend a lot of money. And so definitely with the hey, let's kind of teach you the skills to start little things. How you were saying, whether it be with wig making, I can help you, or let me show you the way, or here's a great resource. But yeah, I definitely agree. We need to do that more as a cosplay community. While we're supportive and give positive interaction, I definitely think the giving more information as far as how to actually cosplay in a way where people aren't afraid to do that, or I, I would I'm in complete agreement with that. So
I'm gonna plug it right here. The anime bar has done a great job doing that. You as a cosplayer and as a bartender, I think that's an amazing combination that we're able to give to our customers at the anime bar. But it's a great way for cosplayers to just kind of come and check it out and see what it's like with the cosplay community.
yeah, I definitely agree. It's been a safe haven for, cosplayers to come and maybe go into a bar environment where maybe they felt they were, not welcomed in other places. I love working at the bar. You guys know this. So yes, come check out Anime Bar in Sugarland.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Joey. I really appreciate you being on here.
No problem.
It was, it was great.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on again. Thank you, and have a good night. I'll continue watching the rest of the stream.
Okay.
Yay!
All right.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Say everybody. Say thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I hope you guys enjoyed some insight there. That what we're trying to do for the local community here, and for Anime Matsuri fans, to have an opportunity to see various types of cosplayers around town that come to Anime Matsuri, and not just photograph them, but actually meet them in person and to support their what they're doing. So hopefully you guys can do that at the convention.
Yes, yes, at the convention. This and let me show you guys what we're talking about here. So if you go on the website here, right? If you go under Get Involved, see where it says Guest Cosplay Submission, Cosplay Guest Submission.
There's the form, yeah.
Yeah. And you can just enter your information on here, and you can send it to us. We have quite a bit of submissions, actually.
But yeah, we would hope to get along with everyone that submits, but at the same time, we do have limited space, so we're gonna figure out from our team who we're gonna be choosing for the space of the cosplay area in the exhibit hall, and give that opportunity to the local cosplayers that would love to be at Anime Matsuri and meet you guys.
Yes. So we'll send out invitations. Well, invitations, I guess. We'll send out replies starting tomorrow, and hopefully this does something good for everybody.
Yeah.
It creates a better community. It creates, I guess, more exposure for our local cosplayers, and hopefully that just leads to nothing but good things in the future. Of course, this idea that we're talking about, you guys are here having this conversation. All if you have any of your own ideas. If you have any of your own comments, you're welcome to just share them with us. This is kind of like new territory that we're exploring here. I don't know how much
Yeah,
this has
it
been done before.
It evolved from what it was before, I believe.
But I did ask, I asked around, does anybody do similar things like this? And we even asked Joey, and Joey said, well, at some conventions they do like a influencer program, but they just give you a badge, like that's it. You get one free badge and that's it. In our case, we're giving you two badges and a booth, right, to show off your work, right, and in return, I mean, you can you can sell your stuff, your prints, and just promote yourself as a cosplayer, which I think is pretty amazing. And hopefully this works out, and everyone's happy, and even the attendees, you get to see some of the new cosplayers, and you can check them out. And you can see, you might find someone you actually like, and you start following them, right? Which hopefully creates a bigger and better community. Yeah. Now, just now, I did mention that I know for sure that we have a lot of talent, a lot of hidden talent here, especially here locally, because you can tell from the cosplay contest. Now, when people send in their submissions, you can tell who's local, who's from Houston, who's from Texas, who's from out of state, and we have people from all over, right? But I'm specifically talking about like Texas locals, and there are some pretty awesome ones. I try to do my best to just follow people and see what's going on, but many times, like every year, there's entries in the cosplay contest that literally just blow me away, right? And I'm surprised pleasantly. Now, the cosplay contest, just for those that if you don't know, right, there's two categories. So you have the like the beginner category, right, and the advanced category. So basically, a beginner category is you have to make somewhere between 25 to 70% of your cosplay. And the reason this exists is because there's a bunch of people that would buy their cosplays from Amazon and then just modify it and change some stuff, so you don't have to make the entire thing. And that's the beginner category. It opens up, I guess, the opportunity for more people to compete to get on our stage, right? The advanced category is 70% or more.
It's made by the cosplayer.
Yeah, made by the cosplayer, and that's why it's called advanced. And of course, the advanced categories, it's you do more work, you put in more work, the
prizes,
bigger prizes, right? You're rewarded more for your work. So those are the two categories. Also, the type of entries that we have, we have a walk-on and a skit. Walk-on is where you just walk on the stage, you just come and walk
poses
off. You come in, pose, and walk off. You have 60 seconds to do your thing, and that's it. Right? A skit, you have 3 minutes, and this is where it involves some acting. Usually a skit is more than one person, but we've had skits where it's just just a single person, and all of this together is our cosplay contest, which is very entertaining, by the way.
Yeah, and we have a big screen that is kind of interactive with our cosplayer on the stage. So whether it be the music or the actual visual or video, sometimes depending if there's skits. But yeah, it's very entertaining. We hope you guys to see the cosplay contest, and we'll talk more about that when we on another stream, because there's a lot of details this year about the cosplay contest that we want to inform you about. But it's going to be different time. That's all I have to say than the usual time.
Yes.
That's what's different. It's Saturday. However, it's going to be in the evening time. So we kind of broke it differently this year. So a lot of daytime stuff happens, and our cosplay contest has been in the past late afternoon. Okay, about 4:00 ish.
It's 5 to 7. So the cosplay contest traditionally has been on Saturday
At 5.
Yeah, between 5 and 7.
Yeah.
But
people line up for that like
yeah,
3-4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we want you guys, encourage you guys to actually go to do shopping for in the exhibit hall. So, and we want you to support the businesses and the artists that come to our exhibit hall, because it does take a lot of travel and setup and everything for that, and we want to support them, and we want you to support them. So this year we decided that daytime programs are dedicated more, for the lighter programming on the third floor. Of course, there's cosplay meetups and whatever you can do during that time during the day, and of course our exhibit hall, like I said. However, we want you guys to do that, so we started doing more late night stuff, and we moved things to the evening. So this year the cosplay contest is starting at 7:30 or 7 o'clock.
7:30.
Yes.
So after the exhibit hall closes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a difference in the programming for the cosplay contest.
All of the main events this year are after the exhibit hall closes.
Yeah. This is aside from the premiere, so that's not considered like a main event, right? So we're talking about like a lot of stage stuff and music and stuff.
Yeah.
Someone did ask about Nerdlesque earlier, and I saw something scroll earlier. But so Nerdlesque, we will be announcing. It's really major.
Yeah.
This year as well.
Nerdlesque is going to be a pretty big show.
Yeah.
But just for anyone, like if you want to just have an idea of how the schedule is going to work, right? So we have a daytime and nighttime schedule, right? And the line between both is 7 p.m. And that's when the exhibit hall closes. So everything that happens while the exhibit hall is open is daytime, and everything that happens after the exhibit hall closes is nighttime, or the nightlife.
Nightlife at AM.
Yeah, so we moved the cosplay contest into the night part of the schedule. Starts at 7:30, goes on to about 9 o'clock on Saturday. And then after that is the concert.
Concerts and all kinds of other main events happening at night.
Yeah, and then the Hentai Fest. And then Club AM. So there's a lot.
So that's
going
Saturday.
on.
Yeah, that's
just
only Saturday.
Yeah.
But yes, we're gonna change it up a little bit for this schedule, because we want you guys to do as much activity during the day as possible.
Mm-hmm. Team No Sleep.
There
I'm
you
sure.
go. Kate has a good point. AM after dark. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a little bit wordplay there.
All right. All right, guys. Yeah. Well, I'll prioritize the concerts this year. Nothing comes before. I have missed 2 chances to see an idol group in concert. I will not miss a third.
There you go.
The Acid Tongue Conservative. Well, yeah. You picked a good year, because this year with Equal Love is going to be mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason Wen says sleep is for the weak. It is.
Team No Sleep right here.
Does anybody sleep during an anime convention weekend? Like, really? Well, especially like a convention like, Anime Matsuri, because it goes on till, 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
So when do you sleep? Why would you sleep? Well, maybe sleep a couple of hours, I guess.
Snap.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one, Big C. AM prime time.
I sleep after for like a week. That's it.
That's how we do it too.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we enjoyed this evening. We have so many things planned still, and we're working on it for you guys. Lots of behind the scenes stuff going on, and we can't wait to share more. Please don't forget to share information as more people to come to Anime Matsuri. That will be really helpful for all the businesses that come to Anime Matsuri as well. So please do so. Share our news, share our information, getting your badges, getting your hotels booked, RSVPing to the premiere, for example, as well. So these things are great ways that you guys can help us right now. Share the news with everyone, and bring some people along. It's a great reunion for those who have been to Anime Matsuri. for people that you haven't seen in different parts of the world is a great way to come together. And then for those who are new to Anime Matsuri, we'd love to have you be able to see what we've been talking all about all this time. And there's a lot to see and do. So
Yes.
we hope to see you there. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, great point. So Llewellyn just posted a link. We'd love for you to actually join the official anime community Discord, Anime Matsuri Discord. So we'd love to see you on there. Please hit that link or search for it on Discord. There's already a community of a lot of our volunteers and our team members on there. We'd love to see you on there and interacting before the convention
Yes.
and throughout the convention.
Yes, yes. So yeah, check out the Discord. The link's right there in the chat, and we'll make sure that we'll update, our social media. It'll also be in the app. But yeah, join the Discord. It's pretty awesome.
Almost there for the app. Have PC will surf. Almost there.
Yes, almost there. And the app will have the schedule. Download it when it launches, because it's everything is updated in real time, and you can just stay up to date with everything that's happening at the convention, which is the best way to actually follow the hundreds and hundreds of hours of programming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, AM 2024 happening this August. So make sure to get your things ready. Get yourself ready as well. All right, guys, we're gonna talk more next Monday.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, we're gonna be announcing some more things this week. So look out for more announcements coming. Is there anything else?
That's it. If you guys, I'm drinking my water here. As you can see, I'm already practicing. Been working out, staying healthy, getting into shape for the convention.
That's right. Get AM fit. That's right. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Make sure to share away, like, subscribe, and keep yourselves informed with AM. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good night.
Okay,
Stay
bye.
nerdy.